Hello, welcome back. So this is going to be a quick video because I'm recording in a sprint. So I have a limited amount of time to finish this video. And if I go too long, my housemates are going to turn up because I'm making noise. That seems to be the case. The one thing I did not do in my update video that I thought about doing, and I'm still getting over my cough. I was going to wait until I got over it and then make a TBR video for Dewey's Readathon. The cough's not going away yet. I irritated my throat way too much, and it is not happy. So, Dewey's Readathon starts tomorrow morning. It is time to do the TBR video. So here are the videos. Here are the books that I am going to be choosing among for Dewey's Readathon, which starts bright and early tomorrow morning. For my time zone, it starts at 6 o'clock in the morning. It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. And then goes for 24 hours straight. Some of us don't sleep. A lot of people do, but some of us don't sleep. And I have a lot of admin stuff I still need to do. I need to make the folders for all the discussions, questions, and stuff on Goodreads. I think that's actually all I need to finish tonight. But it has to be done by morning. So that's what I'll be doing after this video starts uploading. But let me show you the books that I will be picking from for this weekend. I always have a ridiculous TBR for Goodreads. Or not for Goodreads, for Dewey's. And everybody that's been involved in Dewey's knows at this point I do a huge TBR. I don't usually finish that many of them, but I like to have options. And some readathons I do finish 7 or 8. Sometimes, I think once I got all the way up to 10 books that I finished during the readathon. I don't have as many books that I'm partway through right now. So probably not 10. But I will finish quite a lot. So I pulled a nonfiction, The Poseidon Adventure by Paul Gallico. I believe this is the same Paul Gallico that wrote a much shorter book that I read about the snow goose. So I think it's the same guy. Anyway, that should be interesting. I always include a little bit of nonfiction just so that I have it available. I've got some Star Trek Rules of Engagement. Got Ludlamore, West from Singapore. This one is short. And the reason I include short books, there will be a couple more short ones too, is we do hour-long reading sprints. The 1st, 4th, 8th, 12th, 16th, 20th, and 24th hour are hour-long reading sprints that are scheduled. It's every Dewey's Readathon we do that. So I like to start and finish a book close to those hours. So I'll start it at the beginning of the readathon, or the beginning of the sprint, and then see how long it takes after that hour to finish the book. So short books, sometimes I can actually finish almost one every sprint, which is how I got to 10 that one time. These two books, at some point, I know they were available in audio because I was listening to the whole series. It's The Cleric Quintet by R.A. Salvatore from the Forgotten Realms series. I finished the first 3, so these will be print or audiobook options if I can find the audiobooks again. I would like to finish the series. And while I'm still doing 90s, Salvatore would have been one of those authors that people were reading when I was in school. So, We got some short stories, best short stories, 35 great yarns by top writers. They read fast, move fast, and with a twist, every one a winner. So it looks like that. From Scholastic. I have an adventure thriller, probably with murders in it, but I'm not sure. Ice Station Zebra by Alistair MacLean. Maybe spy thriller. I'm not really sure. Somewhere in that range, though. I've got a romance by Pearl S. Buck. I don't know how much romance it is, how much it's general fiction. She kind of straddles that range. But All Under Heaven. The quote on the back says, "All under heaven are one." That's an ancient Chinese proverb. So, we're back in China, forced by a communist takeover to return to America after 25 years in China. Malcolm McNeil and his beloved wife, Nadia, hardly know what to expect. So, it's a couple who've been in China that are fleeing the communist, red rising sort of thing. So they are going back to the U.S. after being in China for 25 years. So that should be good. It's also nice and short. That will probably be a sprint book. Ray Bradbury, Long After Midnight. This is a short story collection, I believe. Yes, I'm pretty sure this is short stories. Another Star Trek, Double Double. This is one where Kirk gets to meet alternate universe Kirk, I'm pretty sure. There are a couple of those, but this is one of them. A Nun in the Closet by Dorothy Gilman. Another short crime, thriller, mystery range. Wojciech by Georg Büchner, which I think is on one of my lists. Not the Boxalls, I don't think, but maybe the Guardian list. But I know it's on a book list that I've been reading. Ancient Shores by Jack McDevitt. I've read most of Jack McDevitt's books because my sister loves his books. But I have not read this one, and it is one of his early ones, so it's within my range. Got a play, Brand, by Henrik Ibsen. So probably Brand, not Brand, if it's from the Norwegian. Yes, newly translated from the Norwegian by Michael Meyer. Girl on a High Wire by Ray Foley. I think this is crime fiction. Yeah. There's murders. Multiple murders. Maybe a serial killer. That should be fun. It's interesting, readers that read that genre, it's fun because there's a serial killer and there's people being murdered every other page. Yeah. We're weird people. Just a little bit. Unnatural Causes by P.D. James. Another murder mystery. So, most of these paperbacks are on the short side for reasons. And I won't get to all of them, but I have options. If I read a sci-fi and I'm not into it, I can switch genres and go to something else. And they're all easily accessible for a readathon, even 20 hours in. And I will be up an hour before it starts. So by 20 hours in, I'll have been up 21 hours, not 20. It'll be fun. Oh, and I'm not a morning person, so that's always part of it too. All right, and then we have a few bigger books. The End of the Pier by Martha Grime. This is another murder mystery, classic murder mystery. I think from the 80s, maybe the 90s. I don't like thinking of 90s as classic because that makes me feel old, but 92. Yeah, it does make me feel slightly old. The Queen's Gambit. I know there was a movie or show, which I have not watched, so I have no idea what it's about. Aside from that, it's got to have chess in it, or it wouldn't be called that. I used to play chess a little bit. Jack McKierney's The Last of the Savages, which I picked up on a free shelf. I know nothing. I'll find out when I read it. The Jekyll Legacy by Andre Norton and Robert Bloch. I do have one chunkier nonfiction in case I start to feel like I need it. Sometimes I do end up wanting fatter books for readathons. So The Reluctant Admiral, Yamamoto, and the Imperial Navy by Hiroyuki Agawa. So that one, I've read several biographies from, people important during World War II. So this is kind of a continuation of that. In Iron Years by Gordon R. Dixon. I believe this is a standalone, but it might be in the same world as some of the other ones. This one, I'll see if I get to. It's just totally out of left field. The 12 Crimes of Christmas. Might be fun to read when I get to where I'm really not following anything else. Exiles at the Well of Souls by Jack L. Chalker. There's a whole sequence of the Well of Souls books. I don't feel like reading the whole series, but I think I can read this one without worrying about the whole series. So, I think this is book 1 for that. Yeah, I think this is book 1. The Keylock Man by Louis L'Amour. The Sackett Brand by Louis L'Amour. I've read most of the Sackett series. But some of them I need to fill in the gaps because I didn't have them when I was reading them in order. This one I might pull up the audiobook. Probably LibriVox, since guaranteed The Bostonians by Henry James is available as a LibriVox audiobook. I have The Monkey Wrench Gang by Edward Abbey. And if I decide I want something respectable and, literary fiction and something I can brag about finishing, it may or may not happen tomorrow, but it will happen hopefully this month. I have Babel Tower by A.S. Byatt. So I don't know if I'll get to this one. It is fatter, although the print is not super tiny. So it's fatter, but not, intimidating, just big. It's just barely 600 pages. So as far as chunky books go, it's actually not a tome. It's just big. So anyway, that is my TBR for Dewey's, which will start bright and early in the morning. I'm going to try and make myself go to bed early tonight. We'll see if that works. I'm so not used to falling asleep before midnight. So this should be interesting. I will have to work for a couple hours in the morning. So I'm going to make sure everything is scheduled so that the things I would be doing in hour 4 are going to pop up hopefully by themselves. And if not, it's not a huge big deal. And then I'll be online and running the readathon for the rest of the day through till Sunday morning. So, yay! I will throw the links in the description if you are interested in joining Dewey's and haven't found out about it much yet. There is no sign up. it was just a waste of the admin's time doing the sign up because literally no one ever looked at it or did anything with it. But we had to keep making new forms for it and everything as if it was something we needed to do. It was a relic from when we had physical prizes and needed to be able to contact people who won the prizes. We stopped doing that quite a while ago because it really was more hassle than it was worth. There are serious reasons why a lot of the readathons stopped doing that. We don't really need anybody's contact information. We don't need you to formally sign up. There's no points involved. I thought about it, but I think that would mess with the integrity of the readathon. So if I want to do something with points, I'll have to make my own event. But Dewey's is still what it always has been. You join by reading books. And you can pop in our various social media, chat with us about books. There are bingo boards that have been posted on Facebook and Discord. At this point, we have 6 bingo boards, 2 normal ones, and 7, because 2 normal ones and 5 theme ones. So we have bingo this year for this April Readathon. We have discussion questions on Goodreads, so every hour we have a volunteer co-moderator that will help with posting a question and chatting with people in the discussion threads. So you can join in the discussions on there. We have a photo challenge on Instagram. We haven't been doing much with Twitter this last couple readathons, with the whole Twitter turning into X and all the drama around X and Elon Musk and everything. That's actually when we started Discord, because we weren't sure we were even going to continue to use Twitter/X. So it's not something we use as much. I'll probably post sprints and the occasional, hey, this is going on sort of thing. But we don't get really much engagement on there anyway. So I don't think many of our readers are using Twitter/X either. We're on pretty much everything but YouTube at the moment. I don't think we're on TikTok either. So I don't know if that's going to change. I'm not going to be doing TikTok or Instagram until I have a smartphone. But, in the meantime, Dewey's is coming up tomorrow. Join us. Read books. It will be going on all night long. And I will probably be popping into the various YouTube sprints that are going on tomorrow, because I think Margaret at The Word Nerd is doing another 12-hour sprint extravaganza. Or sprint extravaganza. I think she combined that. Anyway, so that's tomorrow. So I will definitely be popping in for some of that. And I think there may be somebody else that was also sprinting tomorrow. It's possible that there may even be a British sprinter that's going to be doing sprints bright and early in the middle of the night / morning. If you are on YouTube and also doing Dewey's, there are places on YouTube that are doing social reading tomorrow. I think that's it. I will do some updates. I will probably try to actually make a video update partway through the day tomorrow, just for fun. And maybe I'll even do a second one at like hour 22 or 23, so you can see the bleary-eyed, hasn't slept for way too long version of me, because that could be entertaining. So I'm going to get back to reading and let this video process. And I will see you guys hopefully this weekend for some fun. Talk to you later, guys. Bye!